Hello everyone, welcome back to Automation Empire. I am JoeHova. So, in our last episode, we started our little factory in the open plain area, and we started collecting iron ore. Now we have to, or not iron ore, I'm sorry, but iron. We have to figure out something to do with it. So what I want to do is sell this stuff. Now, I don't have skyhooks yet, that's what we're growing to, but we need to get into a position where we can do something with it. Now, I've got room, as it looks like I could put another foundry here. See that? But it won't line up with the center, so it won't line up with the window. I could slam one there, but each one of these crate factories can really only do enough to settle 3 of these guys right here. So this is a fine little factory. It's going to do exactly what I need it to do. You can also see that I can put a railroad track in here, so this is what I'm going to do. So let's put a dumper, dropper if you will, whatever they call them, and then we'll throw down our little rail line here, and this is going to have a door right in the front. So we'll have a door, actually let's put the door on the corner, just like that. So we'll come in, we'll throw down our door. Did it on the wrong side. I don't think you can erase those either. No, so it's going to be there even though I'm not using it. Oh well. If it's hard to see sometimes, you could just do it from the inside. It makes it easier so you don't make the same mistake that I just did. Anyway, so we'll come out and we'll have our little rail cart in the front of the building. Let's go out to about, I don't know, let's keep it pretty tight. Not real tight though. Okay, right there. That's fine. And we will bring this out to here. So we'll put one rail cart on there for now. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. This is going to be very similar to what goes on out here. So what I'm going to want to do is create a crate maker. So let's do that. Let's come out and say we'll pick up right there. We'll give it a tank like so. We'll then put a tube on it thusly, and another tube here, and that means I'll be able to stretch them out from side to side. And in the front of this guy we will put our crate maker right there, and we'll stretch out an unloading zone like that. Now this has to have power. Instead of making another power station, let's just stretch our cables up to the front like so. There we go, now we have power. Okay, and we'll also have to give this guy a low priority. But these drones are not going to put these crates onto those trucks, which they probably would. But remember, I've told the drones over here that these trucks only accept excuse me, coal ore, and this is iron. So what are we going to do? We're going to do another road here. So we'll do an entry, and as long as it's fairly close to this other entry, it will work. So we'll put the entry as far away as it'll allow us to do it, which is about right there. There we go. And then we'll make our road come out. Now, the shorter the roads, the better. This is not going to be a short road, unfortunately, but it is what it is for us right now. We'll do... The real question is, do I want to, pop it in right there or go all the way to this outside edge to collect both of these factories? And I almost want to say going through here would be a better bet. So let's do that. Let's give this other place plenty of room. Put it right on the edge of that drill there. And then we'll get as close as we can so we can have the shortest road possible. And the good thing is we can put our exits in different locations. Oh, but I have insufficient funds. As you can see, that big old long road Cost me a lot of cash. Let's do this research here. But you can still see I'm only shipping out 186 kilograms. So once we get this road built, we're going to find out how much that number goes up. And we've got an empty truck leaving, so that's not helping us at all. So let's go ahead and get some money saved up, and we can finish this task. All right, we saved up a little bit of money here. And you'll find early game that you'll be spending a lot of time waiting on resources, whether it be research or cashola. So here is our road, and let's do our first pit stop. Get this guy as close as we possibly can to pay dirt here. And we'll come in, we'll say none, we'll give it a low priority, we'll say iron is what you are shipping. So a truck will eventually come out and do that. Now, the problem is we've got drones that are going to have to come all the way from over here to over here. So in order for that to work for us, we're going to really have to do more drone bays. How much do those cost? Yeah, they're 10 grand a piece. So let's do another drone bay. Can't put it there. We'll do it as close as we can here. And let's hire some more drones. We can only afford the one at this time. But this is a little thing. I mean, you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I choose. What this ends up doing to you is it just means that it takes a long time for things to happen. So you just have to be patient. But you don't have to worry about that because I can just pause the video and let this run in the background. And when we come back, we'll have everything that we need to have to get this thing functioning properly. You can see we've got the truck that just pulled in, but no drones available. So what's going to happen is the drones that aren't working over here will make their way to this area to get that done. You can see one of the drones that was moving that way is already headed back in this direction. I got actually two of them. So right now, 186 kilograms. We'll do some shipping over here, and we'll see if we can get that number up. Here we go. This is our first box of iron being shipped out. So our factory is successful. And we've got a little bit more money now, so let's go ahead and get some more drones. Most importantly, you can see that we've got to get more trucks coming in here because we've got a lot of this iron ore. So what we really want to do is get research going. That is our main priority over here because we've got to get 50 crates of this. So if you look at the different things, that requires 25 coal. That's 25 iron. And these are accumulative, so 50. So the bigger number wins. So if I do 50 research with coal, 50 research with iron, that will satisfy that need, and I won't have to do research with those. Now, there's another caveat to this. I can't simply put another research station over in this area while these two are working. There was a glitch, or not a glitch, but there's a way around it. I could always just plop down empty research facilities and create a line, if you will, but I don't need to do that. I'll just destroy those and move it over here once I get enough money up to be able to do that. You can see our money is actually coming up pretty well. So grab another drone. Good enough. I got plenty of iron here, so let's go ahead and get that started. Let's go with a large tube. Another tank. Another large tube. Another tank. And another large tube. And another tank. It's unfortunate in this game. This is what you have to do. There's just no way around it that I've seen. You can't connect these tubes together. So it is what it is, my friends. We'll plot this guy around. The good news is all these tanks are connected together, so it just increases the amount of storage. All right, we'll plop another tank here. Well, we would, but, you know, once again, we've run out of the moolah. So what we really need to think about are pit stops. Let's go ahead and get another pit stop going real quick. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but got to get some money being made. Again, none. We'll go with iron, give it a low priority. All right, excellent. Now, we can say small tank, small tube, I think I'm going to do 3, but really all depends. How much do these things cost? 10,000 a piece. All right, but see, I can't make it. It has to be within a proximity of the others. Let's go ahead and get that research claimed. So claim that research on both of those. You can see I'm up to 189,000 on research. That is very good. And then I'll delete these 2 for now. See, I got the money for those as well. That's very helpful because now I can move them to this area. Got a drone in the way. Another drone in the way. Plop that guy down. Plop that one down as well. And that one. Look at that. Got 3 of them. Now we just got to give it some power. And you'd think that worked because it's connected to the building, but it didn't. So we just got to muddle up everything with a bunch of wires. I could have done a better job at that, but it's fine, really. So now we're doing research, and we're doing research most importantly with iron. So that's going to satisfy these things later on when it requires 50 iron to unlock that. And our next factory will be this coal, and we'll do the same thing. All right, we've got a little bit of money up now. So far, so good. We also have this going on. This thing is pretty much full, so what I want to do, this is not necessary. It's just so I can store more of it. Not that I really need it at this point, but throw down a couple more of these guys. That way you can store more. Store more. More in store. All right, and we can do another one of these guys as well. So let's plop down this guy. Give it a crate maker. As well as this guy. We'll say low priority. Got to give it a little bit of power. And there we go. Now we'll have 2 crate makers. Plenty of iron going on there. And so our first factory is a success. But because we are stretching out ourselves so much, let's go ahead and put on another drone factory. Right there. And grab some more drones. Matter of fact, I'm going to be pretty drone heavy at the start. You can see that drones are needed over here. These things are full. Drones are needed over here as well. So we're going to have plenty of drones, and I've got plenty of money, so there's no real reason why I shouldn't make as many drones as I possibly can to start with. We can always get rid of these guys later. You can see I'm out of money here. Let's get this research going. Wham, wham, wham. And now in one turn, I have fulfilled my need for research in iron. Isn't that awesome? It's pretty sweet. So what I'm really waiting for are these overhead cranes. That requires 1,600. We were at 180 something before. We're now up to 696. And that'll be better the more pit stops I can make and the more drones I can get running. So we'll work on that and get some more of that going and get that number up before we continue on to the coal plant. There's a real strong tendency for me to just go ahead and start this other factory and try to get that number up as quickly as possible. But I want to get these things as efficient as I can, meaning the most drones that I can get and the most pit stops that I can get and still be effective. All right, so you can see that we're kind of running out of iron here at this point. I don't need all of these individual research facilities because I've already satisfied. So I'm going to get that down to 1. So I can get rid of a couple of these things here. Like so. I can also, as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. I do want to keep 1 facility going. Where did that go? You got to be real careful when you delete things in this game because you can delete some stuff that you don't want to. Put that there, and we'll put 1 research guy right. Right. Get out of the way, drone. Right there. Okay, and then a power pole here. There we go. See, with 2 of these box crate makers, we're just using the hell out of these crates. Now, this is kind of held up a little bit, as you can see on this side. So that one's skipping every one. That one needs to skip every two. This one needs to skip every one. I had that right in the first time. So it went in there to the middle. This next one should go to the left. Yep. The next one should go to the right. There it is. And the next one should go to the center. And it does. Excellent. Again, you could make this bigger if you were to stretch this factory out. And I know I could make more crate makers and put another thing here. I'm just not wanting to do that as of yet because, well, you know what? I keep saying things like that. But I'll tell you what, because I could always move those over. Let's do this. Let's do this. One there, and one here. Let's do a crate maker. There, and a crate maker right here. Give them a tuber. I believe those are all lined up. They are. And then we'll give it its own little conveyor system. Like so. Like so. Excellent. Now this is where it gets a little funky. So for now, what I'm going to do is just something like this. Alright, that first box always kind of pisses me off. Let's destroy that last one. Go ahead and get a vacuum here. There and there. And we'll do this bad boy turning this way. And this one turning that way. And put the little empty crate destroyer right there. Okay, so this is not perfect, but they will create a bunch of iron, and that'll mean that I can ship more of that out. So at this point, we're at 16. Oh, you know what that means? That means overhead crane time, baby. Nice. So all of this stuff that you see out here is going to be somewhat a thing of the past with all these little tanks. So that's going to be helpful. All of this in here is going to change as well. Alright, so we are just about at a point where we're going to change the way our factories are done. We have to get to an area where we're going to be doing coal, and we will get there. That's going to be the next factory. And what I'm trying to decide is, am I going to just upgrade this factory first or build a new one? And I think what I want to do, since this one's already running, we're already making money, we're already shipping things out, we're over 1,600 now. Our next criteria is going to be 3,000, it looks like, which is quite a bit. So let's just take a look at how everything's going right now. These guys are full, nearly full, and that train car is doing a great job. I'm currently running 3 of these crate makers. I think what I want to do is end up running 2 of those. I don't believe this factory is going to be big enough to get that done. I would put a large tank back here, which would be 2 crate makers, which would make 6 of these. I don't think I can fit 6. I've got 5. I might be able to fit 6 in there. But it all changes from the front as well, because these crate makers would go away. I would ship crates directly out and into there. So still need drones at this point. Think about how I want to do this, because I could also build another road out here that would be strictly for coal on the other side, which I may want to do. Although this is a large road, it does have plenty of room. Gonna have to think about that a little bit. As you can see, we're using all of this iron that we can ship, but we could ship more because the tank is full. So let's go ahead and give it 3 carts. There we go. Again, this is going to be very quickly a thing of the past. Alright, well, we made pretty good progress in 2 episodes. Not too shabby. Take a long look at this so far, what we've got. I want to do this at the end so we can kind of get a picture of how the whole thing looks. So far so good. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button, maybe subscribe. We've got plenty more to come. In the next episode, we'll look at redefining how we're actually shipping out this material. So until next time, my name's JoeHova, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.